Hello and welcome back to the restaurant show. Right now I am very excited because we're going to talk about not only one of my favorite foods, but I'm sure one of yours as well, seeing we're right here in the cheese state and we're all cheese heads. We have Pam and Quinn here from Culvers, and their title's literally Cheesemonger. Thanks for joining us here on the restaurant show today.
Great to be here.
So I understand, aside from National Cheese Curd Day or the fact that we all love cheese curds, there's actually a day dedicated to them?
That's right. So as we all know here in Wisconsin, cheese curds are one of our most favorite things. And as Culver's continues to grow, we're at 550 restaurants over 22 states. We're bringing cheese curds to the rest of the country. So to show them a little love, we've declared October 15th National Cheese Curd Day to encourage everybody out there to come to one of our restaurants and really see what cheese curds are all about.
The most amazing food in the world, that's what they are.
It's really interesting that we serve, this year alone, we're going to serve over 20 million orders of cheese curds across all of our restaurants. And as we continue to grow, that number is just going to get bigger and bigger.
Wow, that is fantastic. So at Culver's, maybe outside of the Midwest or outside of Wisconsin, a lot of these people might not be exactly sure what cheese curds are. How do you explain cheese curds to someone that's not from Wisconsin or not from the Midwest?
Yeah, I'm an East Coast girl myself, so it's a new discovery for me as well. And the easiest way to explain it is that it's basically just baby cheddar cheese. You know, you would take these and then put them into the block to be aged for, you know, like a real sharp cheddar. But they're so delicious on their own. You know, they're just a mild, young, buttery cheddar. It can be white or yellow, as you know. And when they're fresh, again, they squeak, which is really fun. But of course, Culver's deep fries them, which is delicious as well. So there are many ways to enjoy the cheese curds, and I know that people all over the country are going to love them as much as Wisconsin folks do.
Absolutely.
So from you coming from the East Coast, is that something you hadn't really seen before you came out here and started working with Culver's?
Well, I've gotten to try some ones that are locally made in New York State, but I will say they're not quite the same as the ones here in Wisconsin. They don't have that characteristic squeak, which is like so much fun.
It really is. They talk back when you eat them. I don't know if that's disturbing or not, but I love it. Now, with the deep fried cheese curds that Culver's have, you know, we have places all around the state that claim to have the best cheese curd, or we have the best cheese curds in the area, whatever it may be. But for fast food or for, you know, good local food, there's nothing that really touches a Culver's cheese curd. What's the secret behind that, and how you guys are able to pump out that many millions of orders and still have a really good product?
And it's a great question. And as you know, and as your viewers know, being here in the dairy state, we have the best milk in the world. And one of the points of pride for Culver's is that we source all of our milk for all of our restaurants across our entire menu from locally owned farms here in Wisconsin. So showing that love for our farmers, as well as having that incredible quality of dairy, really sets our cheese curds apart.
And not only that, if people are ordering them outside of the state, that gives it, you know, almost a really authentic flavor and an authentic feel if, you know, the cheese and milk and everything else is coming from Wisconsin, so they're getting a true, you know, Wisconsin cheese curd from a Culver's. Fantastic. That's a lot of excitement. Now, what about pairings? We do a lot of pairings here on the restaurant show. You know, this meal goes great with this wine or things like that. What goes good with a cheese curd? I know if I'm out on a weekend night, they go great with a local beer, but we know Culver's doesn't have that. What goes great with a Culver's cheese curd?
Root beer. Our signature root beer goes awesome
with cheese
curds. Definitely.
Okay. Now, Quinn, I understand with this whole kind of promotion, you're going to test people's curd IQ a little bit. You guys are talking about cheese curds, and you're testing some curd IQ. What is that?
So just a couple of trivia questions for you and your guests. And being a native of the dairy state, I have no doubt that you're going to get these and just knock them right out of the park. So first off, how much milk does it take to make 1 pound of cheese? Is it 1 pound, 5 pounds, or 10 pounds? What do you think?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I'm going to go with 10 pounds of milk to make 1 pound of cheese curds.
Exactly right, exactly right. So 10 pounds of whole milk condensed down to 1 pound of cheese is pretty crazy. So, second question, right before the cheese curds are packaged, what's that very final step that they go through? Are they shaped? Are they salted? Or are they tasted?
I would imagine tasted, because that's what I would do.
Isn't that is such a logical
That's
answer? And it's certainly something that I agree is very important, but the last step, they are actually salted. And that gives them their signature flavor as well as helping with that texture. So very, very important last step before they are bagged up and sent out to our guests.
Salted, all right. So I went 1 for 2. I'll take that. That's 50%. I'm not in school, so I'm going to take that as a passing grade. Now, as far as National Cheese Curd Day goes, you said it's coming up October 15th. Where can our viewers go to learn some more information about that and what Culver's is going to be doing for it?
Well, the best place for your viewers to go is actually to one of our restaurants and see what cheese curds are all about, or revisit them if they haven't had them in a while. But there's also a lot of great information on our website, culvers.com.
And I will be celebrating National Cheese Curd Day in New York City, where I happen to be based. And you can find me at pamthecheesemonger.com.
PamTheCheesemonger.com. I love it. I want to change my Twitter handle to Ryan the Cheesemonger now, if I can be part of that club. So we have Pam Brewer and we have Quinn Adkins. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Restaurant Show today and letting us know all about National Cheese Curd Day that is coming up October 15th. And check out any of the multitude of Culvers here in our local area and go get yourself some great Wisconsin cheese curds. Thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more of the Restaurant Show in just a moment.